Stop scrolling for 1 second. Seriously, pause. This video might be the difference between constantly feeling broke, stressed about money, and finally taking control of your finances, starting with one of the biggest money drains in your life, your grocery bill. Imagine feeding a family of 4 for $150 a week. And I don't mean living on instant noodles or powder soup. I'm talking real meals, filling food, nutrition that actually supports your family's health. All planned, all affordable, all realistic. Today, I'm sharing a complete strategy to do exactly that, because food is one of the most flexible expenses in your budget and one of the most mismanaged. Most people think it's just food, I can't come back. But that's not true. And I'm going to show you exactly how to change it, step by step. If you stay with me through this video, you're not just going to get a list of cheap foods. You're going to get a system. You're going to understand how to plan, how to shop, how to prep, and cook in a way that actually works in real life, even with busy schedules, picky eaters, and rising prices. And most importantly, you're going to see why this isn't just about saving a few bucks. It's about setting yourself up for financial freedom, one intentional choice at a time. Let's talk about the why first, because if you don't understand why this matters so much, it's easy to fall back into the trap of overspending. The average family of 4 is spending around $1,200 to $1,500 a month on groceries. That doesn't even include eating out. And when people say they can't afford to save money, can't afford to pay down debt, or can't build an emergency fund, one of the first places I look is the food budget. Because food is a necessity, but overspending on food is a choice. It's one of the most emotional and marketing-driven expenses in our lives. Stores are designed to make you spend more. End cap sales, impulse buys, special displays. They want you to wander the aisles, throw in a few extras, and leave without a plan. And they're really good at it. Here's another truth that doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion. Food waste. In North America, households throw away more than $1,300 of food every year. That's over $100 a month, just going into the garbage. Leftovers that sit too long, produce that goes bad before you use it, things you bought on impulse that never get cooked. Imagine turning that waste into savings. That's $100 a month that you could be putting into an emergency fund, or paying off that credit card, or investing in your future. This is why meal planning is not just a nice to have, it's an essential financial tool. Because when you get intentional with your food budget, you get intentional with your whole budget. It's discipline, it's planning, it's saying, I'm in control of my money, not the other way around. So, let's break this down. If you're spending $250 a week now, and you could bring that to $150, that's $100 saved every single week. That's $400 a month. That's $5,200 a year. That's a full emergency fund for some families. That's money working for you instead of disappearing into grocery cart. It's not about depriving yourself. It's not about never enjoying food. It's about being in control. Because here's the thing, life is going to throw emergencies at you. That, my friends, it's guaranteed. Your car will need repairs. Your child will need new shoes. Your rent might go up. If you don't have a cushion, you end up putting those emergencies into a credit card, paying 20% interest, going deeper into debt. Meal planning is the first line of defense. It's the easiest way to free up money in your budget, and it's one of the most sustainable habits you can build. All right, Let's talk strategy, because just saying spending less on groceries is useless advice. You need a plan. You need systems. You need real, doable, repeatable strategies that actually work. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you in this video. Okay, strategy 1. Plan before you shop. Before you even think about going to the store, you need a plan. And I mean a real plan, not we'll figure it out when we get there. First, you need a list. Then you need a meal plan for the week. Breakfast, lunches, dinners, snacks, drinks, every category covered. If you don't do this, you will overspend. Period. When you plan, you only buy what you need. You reduce waste, you avoid impulse buys, you get in and out faster. It's one of the simplest changes you can make with the biggest impact. All right, strategy number 2. Stretch your proteins. Protein is often the most expensive part of your grocery bill, but you don't need a different meal every night. You need to learn how to stretch it. Buy a whole chicken, roast it on Sunday with carrots, onions, and potatoes. Use the leftovers in chicken fried rice on Monday. Make homemade broth from the bones and turn it into a hearty soup on Tuesday. That's 3 meals from one $10 chicken. And none of it is boring or repetitive. You prefer beef? Buy a large value pack of ground beef when it's on sale. Brown it all at once. Split it into meal portions and use it for tacos, pasta sauce, chili with beans to stretch it further. Freeze what you don't need right away. If you're plant-based, no problem. Lean on lentils, chickpeas, and beans. They are cheap, they are full of protein, and they can stretch any meal. This is how you reduce cost without sacrificing nutrition or flavor. Strategy number 3. Embrace flexible meals. This is a game changer. You need meals that work with what you have, like soups and stews and stir fries and curries, and if you like it, even casseroles. These meals let you swap ingredients based on sales, season, and what is in your fridge. You got spinach about to wilt? Toss it in. Got half a can of beans? Throw that in. More rice than pasta? No problem. These meals are your safety net for both budget and time. Strategy number 4. Shop intentionally. Don't just go to the big name grocery chains. Look for discount stores like ethnic markets, no frills options. Use apps like Flash Food or Too Good To Go. This can save you 50% or more on items that are perfectly good but nearing their sell-by date. I've gotten $30 worth of produce for $5. This way, I saved $25 and added it to my savings fund. If you're willing to be flexible and creative, the savings are huge. Also, you can buy pantry staples in bulk, like oats and rice and beans and flour and spices. This lasts a long time and costs way less when you buy in bulk bins. They're not just saving you money, you're reducing packaging waste too. All right, let's go to strategy number 5. Don't skip the frozen aisle. Frozen fruits and vegetables are your best friend. They're often cheaper than fresh, especially when they're out of season. They're picked at peak ripeness and frozen immediately, locking in nutrients. No waste because they last for months. Use frozen spinach in pasta sauce, frozen berries in oatmeal or smoothies, frozen mixed veggies in fried rice. They save money and reduce trips to the store. Okay, strategy number 6. 1 trip per week. This is so simple, but so effective. 1 grocery trip per week, not 2, not 5, only 1. Because every extra trip is an opportunity for impulse spending, plus gas and your time. One trip with the plan saves hundreds over the year. These strategies are not hard. They just take intention and they do work. I have tried them myself. Now let's talk about what this actually looks like in real life. I want to give you a full sample week. These meals are affordable, nutritious, kid-friendly, and satisfying. For breakfast, you can have overnight oats with large flake oats, frozen berries, chia seeds, maple syrup, or peanut butter. Or you can have scrambled eggs on toast with sauteed greens. Or you can have homemade banana muffins from overripe bananas. These are repeatable, nutritious, and cost around 50 cents per person. For lunches, you can have leftovers from dinner, like tuna salad wraps with a canned tuna, mayo, and celery, egg salad sandwiches from a dozen eggs boiled on Sunday, big batch lentil soup portion for the week. And for dinners, on Sunday, you can have a roast whole chicken with carrots, onions, and potatoes. On Monday, you can have chicken fried rice with frozen mixed veggies. On Tuesday, homemade chicken broth soup with lentils, rice, and leftover veggies. On Wednesday, pasta with homemade tomato sauce using canned tomatoes, garlic, onions, and frozen spinach. Thursday, veggie stir fry with tofu or leftover chicken, cabbage, carrots, soy ginger sauce over rice. And Friday, sheet pan chicken thighs or drumsticks with potatoes, carrots, and onion. On Saturday, homemade pizza night with naan or homemade dough, tomato paste, cheese, and leftover toppings. For snacks, you can choose something like stovetop popcorn, apple slices with peanut butter, carrot and celery sticks. And for drinks, don't underestimate water and herbal tea. Skip the sodas and juices. They're expensive sugar water and they're so not good for your health. I personally squeeze lemon or limes in my water and it is so refreshing, especially in the summer. Now, why this builds wealth? Because every time you plan a meal, you're making a financial choice. You're choosing savings over debt. You're choosing intention over impulse. You're choosing security over stress. Meal planning isn't about living small. It's about building wealth one choice at a time. It frees up money for your emergency fund, for paying down debt, for investing in your future. If you found this helpful, please like this video, leave me a comment with your favorite tip, and subscribe to this channel for more practical ways to take control of your money. And if you're ready for personal one-on-one help building your financial roadmap from your grocery budget to debt and savings plans, check the link in the description to book your 1-hour financial roadmap session with me. Together, we'll build a plan that works for you and your family because you deserve peace of mind. And it starts with what you do next. Thanks for watching. I'm Doina Onchal, and I'll see you in the next video.